Look out! It's alive! You believe that whole story about the appendix in Ireland? How do you fill the Alberta Rose, right? I'm exhausted. Kate's going to take over. She's got the first set. The plan was to just come out and not say anything. Right, Steve not saying anything.
I just said a few friends would come and,
Wow, really, I'm exhausted. I need a rest. Okay.
Doctor.
Yes, several. We hired several for tonight.
We bring them everywhere we go now.
Okay. How about a song?
We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ah. Beautiful.
Glad we practiced.
In the morning, as I get up from my bed, without a warning, feel this brewing in my head. It's like a storm. I feel this restlessness. I think of you in stormy weather, like the birds fly before they know which way they've gone and turn to blue sky. Like a memory in a song we used to sing. We sang it soft and slow, like everything. You made it better. And my, isn't life a funny climb when all's said and done? You try, just do your best to understand, just do the best you can. Out the window where I used to shout out your name in winter weather, where you told me when that old sun came out, I think of you in stormy weather. And my, isn't life a funny climb when all's said and done? You try, just do your best to understand, just do the best you can. Can find your way to turn the handle on that old back gate and come to me. Don't ever hesitate, I'm here from my bed, a gusty storm, knitting clouds across my head. I think of you and how I used to be when we were young, without a worry. Ooh, my, isn't life a funny climb when all's said and done? You try and try, just do your best to understand, just do the best you can. Ooh,
Just do
the best you can. Ooh, the best you can. Oh,
just do.
the best you can.
Well, I hear you brought your voices with you. I can hear it. I can hear that. It's good.
Thank you.
They're beautiful.
So I think most of you know the words. It's great. I'm looking at the front row and all our families in the front row.
Yes.
Wow, our family. And then I look a second, and we know everybody here.
Well, I figured it was just too small to have you all come over to our house, so thank you for being up for this. And
Here's
this
a
one,
song
yeah.
I wrote for my daughter right there. And I wrote it for her when her daughter, our granddaughter, who's sitting right next to her, was, before she was born, and our daughter was her age, but now our granddaughter's anyway, this is for all of you. It's called Annabelle. 2, 3, 4. Annabelle, won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. You've been away such a long, long time. I hardly know you. Won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. Won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. Precious children grow so fast, then they leave us all alone. We got to love them while we can, before we're dead and gone. Won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. Won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. Ooh. That's your part. Let's try it again. Ooh, nice. Ooh, Annabelle, won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. You've been away such a long, long time. I hardly know you. Won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. Won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. Won't you come back home? stove. Won't you come back home? There's supper on the stove. Yeah, you're coming home.
We just got news that she is coming back to the Pacific Northwest. Yes!
Now, if we can get her brother to move back. But I built a studio for him in our backyard. Yeah. Rent is right.
We're pretty subtle, huh? Put a show together, make the kids all sit in the front row, and then tell them. Won't you please come home? Oh, man, I knew I shouldn't be nervous, but wow. It's harder to play for people you know and love than thousands of strangers. This is so wonderful. Thank you. What are you doing here, Sonny? Have you come to buy? Oh, so many things of fine beauty here before your eyes. Oh, freedom's why I've come, lady, though you seem disguised. Oh, my time is near undone, lady. Have your wings unto ride? Oh, living as I do beneath the ruins, fear has left me locked again inside. Give me but a key to this confusion. I've traveled far and darkness fills the skies. Oh. And the lady in looking him over, round and round she goes. His heart began to flutter, her eyes they seemed to glow. Put your hand in mine for but a moment. Take the touch and hold it in your soul. Leave it there alive, it is but kindling, there to burn your passage from the cold. And as he stood there holding, a musical sound began. Tears within unfolding, while in his ears it rang. Oh, woman, have I sadness overflowing, or am I but your pawn to memory? Let the rivers run to where they're going. Let the answer come, she said to me. Oh. In a full and a hearty cry, until the rivers they ran no more. And lifting his head a sighing, his eyes were filled with more. The lady held a shawl of rainbow color, shining on the collar was a star. Wear it round your shoulders till it cares no more. Take it to your heart and freedom's door. And when on the door you are knocking, the fire inside will be bright, and freedom will grow in the giving, and giving will grow in the light. The seed you came to find is yours to carry. Your fears will all be buried by and by. Love will keep your heart and soul unmarried until your earthly journey meets the skies. So what are you doing here, Sonny? Have you come to buy?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wrote that song in 1974. It came in about 45 minutes, and it was on the same day that I decided to move to Portland, which didn't happen for another few years, but that song came pretty quick, and I've always associated it with the journey. Yes.
You're such a songwriter, you. In fact, Kate wrote this next song, after a very sad experience I experienced many years ago. After forgetting my parents' anniversary every year of my life, I finally remembered, and a few days before, and I actually picked up the phone, back when you would pick up a phone and order flowers. They lived in New York City, and I was living here, and I ordered a beautiful, very expensive bouquet of flowers, and it was delivered to the wrong address. And they didn't get it till 2 days later. But Kate got a great song out of it, so this is...
Well, he came into my studio. I was working on my guitar at the time, and I looked at him, and I just started singing what you're about to hear. Ready?
I'm ready.
Honey, isn't it funny? Special deliveries that don't go through. Sonny, Aloysius and honey, to Mexico we could go to.
I should tell them what this is called. Keep playing that chord. Keep playing. This song is called Olive Oil Song for Popeye.
I have a series of Popeye songs, and Olive Oil's romantic notions with him. So, honey, isn't it funny? Special deliveries that don't go through. Sonny, Aloysius and honey, to Mexico we could go to. And we could take our time and make up silly rhymes, and I could sing my song to you. Baby, mashed potatoes and gravy, sweet as pie, right as rain. Sweet peas in the bed, fed and sleepy, the hammocks tied, all snug and true. And then I hear the sound of you. I turn around to you. I turn myself around. poor baby. Never time to get lazy. Too much to do. Too little time and too much to do. But honey, with your handyman money, we could go out and paint the town. And I could hold you tight under the soft moonlight, and we could dance our dance into
Isn't it funny? Thank you. Special deliveries that won't go through.
Sonny, Aloysius and honey, to Mexico we could go to, and we could take our time and make up silly rhymes, and I could sing my song to you, and I could sing my song to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm landing. Starting to land now. Yeah. Did I thank you all for showing up? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me back there? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you,
Okay.
thank you. Oh, look at them all. I see you. Oh, it's a party. This one's for all of you. Over there, rock and you rock in your chair. There's such a beat to you. I overhear you talk in your sleep to the air, making dreams come true. Baby, would you like to dance here in the kitchen with me? Oh, baby, we've got a chance, and love's sweet harmony. Your hand in mine, turning around and around, dipping to and fro. Take your time crossing the room to the sound. Is that the way it goes? Baby, would you like to dance here in the kitchen with me? Oh, baby, we've got a chance, and love will let you be. Day is done, sure as
as the tide turns the sea. In the river's soul, sure you're the one striking electricity. Hear the thunder roll, baby. Would you like to dance here in the kitchen with me? Oh, baby, we've got a chance and love's sweet harmony. Oh, yeah. Over there, rock and you rock in your chair. There's such a beat to you. I overhear you talk in your sleep to the air, making dreams come true, baby. Would you like to dance here in the kitchen with me? Whoa, baby, we've got a chance and love's sweet harmony. Whoa, love, let you be. Whoa, love will set you free. Whoa, love.
Well, I live with a writer, if you haven't guessed that already, and she's been working on a memoir. Oh, and I thought, heck, I gotta write me a memoir. That looks like fun. You get to buy all the pens you need, and piles of paper, and you're always happy. So anyway, so this is my memoir in a couple of verses. And this is all about my 12th year here on the planet. This takes place in 1962. And here it is, my memoir. Old barber shop, where I used to get my hair cut. Old Frank is dead and gone, never more to clip and comb. Free bubble gum, Bazooka Joe is on the run. Tootsie Roll Pop, I don't care. The crunchy green stuff in my hair. My pompadour is nice and curly. Gotta find me a pretty little girl. Pompadour. We head down to the bakery. The day-olds are fine and nearly free. Jelly donuts and cupcakes too. 5 in a bag, just a nickel. I remember one sweet time in the bakery window, how it did shine. A lap steel guitar, you know the kind. 3 chrome legs and a case so fine. And not to mention the matching amp. Hank Williams was still the champ. head along the railroad track and flatten a penny in seconds flat. We stole some candy and drinking pop. It laughed so hard I could not stop. And though that muskrat trap, the only thing I caught was a big old rat. I skinned and tacked to a 2x4. Don't need to do that one anymore. Look, Ma, a pelt. Nice, Stephen. Boy Scouts and Playboy girls, funny kind of bunny, not your mama in curlers. Plenty of time to figure it out. And looking from here, I've got my doubts. They say I'll be a man someday. I'll know what I'm doing and I'll know what to say. But as for now, I'm checking it out till I find what makes me shout. Wait, 70 years, my feet on the ground. Looking from here lies so lost and found. Wife and home and 4 grandkids. It comes back to me just what I did before the day I became a man. I played guitar in a good jug band. I'm still playing every day. I'm gonna play until my dying day. Old barbershop where I used to get my hair cut. Thank you. Are there any other great white trappers in the audience tonight? Or no. It's a true story, and if you'd like to discuss it with me, I'd be happy after the show. My brief foray into trapping in the wilds of northern New Jersey.
This is a song. I still haven't quite figured out how to tell this one, except that this is a brand new song, pretty new, and it's a song from a mother to her child, a child that the mother is not sure when she will see again, for whatever reasons, and to hold true, keep the faith, and keep loving. I will see you in a minute, I will see you in a day, I will see you in 100 years from today. There's nothing that can hold me from this love I gave away, back from somewhere that we started yesterday. I try to speak my mind without a worry. My heart just hears us chattering away, and the other us the others never knew of, breathe in and out just like we all do day by day, till till stillness steps between the steps and layers. Peace becomes the trouble and the pain. Our living double paces right in place and all along. Our own sweet song filling up the space. Round and round, round and round, lost to another. Love still found us in the end. I'm not the only one who's got a double identity for loss of innocence disgraced. Turn, turn, turn around another blind corner, only to find you when I get there in the end. Round and round, round and round, lost to another. Love still found us in the end. It's funny how it never really mattered. Our own sing-song still sprung up from within, intertwined in love's own call and answer echoes, in harmony to and fro and back again in the end. Round and round, round and round, lost to another. Love still found us in the end. I will see you in a minute, I will see you in a day, I will see you in 1,000 years.
Thank you. If you live long enough, it all works out. Right, Steve?
That's right, Kay. So this thing happened. Well, you got to be famous somewhere, right? We're famous for spreading the ukulele message to thousands and maybe 1 million people now. And I stole my first ukulele from my sister Ellen, whose nickname is Albelle. So this first tune is called Albelle. And what can I tell you? It was an exercise in a class, and that we were teaching up in Olympia when we were living there. And someone asked me to actually write out. Are you ready? Yeah. Tablature. I'm a folk singer, I said. What is tablature? Well, it's simple music for simple-minded folk singers. You put dots, on a page. Anyway, so this
is. In fact,
is.
I think that person is sitting right.
It started as an exercise, and up there in Olympia, and it turned into kind of a sweet tune. And it was written on the uke that I stole from my little sister. And I got her a nice uke a couple of years ago. Finally, I bought it at Artichoke Music. I got it wholesale. No. And then Kate's going to sing us a song called My Love after that.
Which was the first song I wrote on the ukulele. I didn't know I wanted a ukulele at all. But then one Christmas Eve, one walked into the store, and Steve had been pretty busy that year. So when I opened it up, I said,
desperate to find a gift for Kate.
"Oh, it's a ukulele," I said.
I hadn't told her it's a traditional Hanukkah gift with my people. So.
That's right.
So I was a little suspicious, but then this song crawled out about 2 days later, and I've been having fun with it ever since.
Let's play it.
Okay.
Okay. L-Bell.
Nothing says you have to do anything. Come for what you came to do. Birds sing, hear the call, calling before you fall, falling. There's no one, no, not anybody, not one name to call out to anybody. No, it's not the same. Where did you go, my love? I cannot go, my love. Be with you. I wouldn't be anything without you by my side, baby. I'll be by your side, baby. Am I going in the right direction? Easy. Complicated intersection, believe me, I understand. Ooh, my love, take my hand, my love. Nothing says you have to do anything. Come for what you came to do now. Birds sing, hear the call, call.
you fall, falling. I understand. Ooh, my love, take my hand, my love. I understand. Ooh, my love, take my hand, my love.
Thank you so much. She wrote that song. When we got together, I figured I think it's 26 years.
Oh my goodness.
25 or 26 years
That's
ago.
a record.
That's a record for both of us. I think Kate's first romantic words to me were, we're not going to just do Lyle Lovett covers. and she changed my life forever. And I'm glad.
It's a happy thing.
This song, the next song, actually was written by Ernie Sheldon. And Kate heard it at a peace rally 1,000,000 years ago. And woke up one evening and wrote down all the words from memory from like 1,000,000 years ago. And,
It was actually 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
And 50 years ago, I graduated from high school and I went to Woodstock. That was a big switch from Catholic high school. And then, and so many things have happened since in those 50 years. But a lot of peace.
Yeah, like what?
Well, like 2 generations of children and new songwriters in the front row there. All kinds of things. But this was a song. Pete Seeger was good friends with Ernie Sheldon, and this was a song that they sang at the peace marches in Washington, D.C., where I went to school. And if you know it, it has a lovely little refrain. You'll catch on.
Please sing along.
And I know there's a certain gentleman here from Hilo, Hawaii, who is especially fond of this one. But this is for all of you. Bring me a rose in the winter time when it's hard to find. Bring me a rose in the winter time. I've got roses on my mind. A rose is sweet most any time, and yet bring me a rose in the winter time. It's so easy to forget. Bring me a friend when I'm far from home, when I'm hard to find. Bring me a friend when I'm far from home. I've got friendship on my mind. A friend that's you is sweet
Most anytime.
most any time, and yet bring me a friend when I'm far from home. It's so easy to forget. Bring me a kiss when my baby's grown, when it's hard to find. Bring me a kiss when my baby's grown. I've got kisses on my mind. A kiss is sweet most any time, and yet a kiss when my baby's grown. It's so easy to forget. Bring me love in my autumn years, when it's hard to find. Bring me love in my autumn years. I've got loving on my mind. Oh, love is sweet most any time, and yet bring me love in my autumn years. It's so easy to forget. Bring me peace when there's talk of war, when it's hard to find. Bring me peace when there's talk of war. Oh, peace is on my mind. Oh, peace is sweet most any time, and yet bring me peace when there's talk of war. It's so easy to forget. Bring me a rose in the wintertime, when it's hard to find. Bring me a rose in the wintertime. I've got roses on my mind. A rose is sweet most any time, and yet bring me a rose in the winter time. It's so easy to forget. It's so easy to forget. So easy to forget. So easy.
We don't want to forget, do we? Mm-mm.
You know, that funny haha thing that happens on Facebook that shows you what your memories were, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Well, today, this very day, 10 years ago, was the last time that we were with Pete Seeger at the Pumpkin Festival in Beacon, New York. And this funky little picture came up, and there we were playing. And I remember Pete had, there was a big fire because it was raining like crazy outside, so everybody had to come in to the yacht house, and there was a wood stove and
into the outhouse?
No, it was the yacht club where they had it.
Yacht house.
Well, what would you call that house that we went into?
Yes,
the boathouse.
The boathouse.
There, that's better.
There were hundreds of people in there. And it was very uncomfortable. But it was Pete Seeger.
And he was so rustic. He took one of the pieces of chopped wood, a piece of wood, and he put it on its end, and he sat on it, and it just sat there, and watched the show. And he looked really comfortable. He was skinny, so I guess he was comfortable enough. But this friend of ours that was with us after Pete got up and left, went and grabbed that log, and he flew it home.
From Beacon, New York to Bellingham, Washington. Really, it's just a log. The TSA was very uncomfortable for him.
See that suspicious look when I have the banjo on? Yeah, that's the look
It's
of
alive!
The look of experience. Yeah, I'm glad that appendix wasn't alive anymore. They called it on the hospital floor the Minotaur. It was the biggest one they had ever seen.
Oh, come on.
Ever. Thanks for coming
If you
through,
buy our CD, I'll show you my scar. How's that?
Ooh, they're going to take you up on that.
If you buy 2 CDs...
Oh, boy. This could get fun. This was inspired by my granddaughter, Lucy. It's called Rosa Lucy. As you wander in the world, finding your way from your mother's little girl in the cottage by the bay, where the salmon run their run and eagles do soar, forest branches swing and sway high above the ocean's roar. I still remember how far we've come. There in the distance, the place you come from. Look to the stars, your dreams they do burn like embers in the night. Await your return. Travel far and travel wide, all the world round. When you feel a little lost, when the troubles get you down, listen for the tune of wind whistling round. Every stick and brick and band cannot hold it to the ground. Try to remember how far we've come. There in the distance, the place we come from. Look to the stars, your dreams they do burn like embers in the night. Await your return. I have been where you now go. When I was young, that was many years ago, given in my mother tongue. There was so much more to know than I could see, and the words I sing you now are the ones she gave to me. Try to remember how far we've come. There in the distance, the place we come from. Look to the stars, your dreams they do burn like embers in the night. Await your return. That's what you said. Woo. Thank you so much. We have a couple more for you before our little break. And this is one that Steve wrote.
It is. Yeah, remember what she said to me in that prenup?
Well, and then...
No Lyle Lovett song.
That's right. Wasn't this the weekend I left you?
Yeah, this is, I wrote this the weekend Kate left me. For the weekend. But it was the first, I think it was the first time she left for a whole weekend. That's Friday night, Saturday night, and most of Sunday. That's a long time. I think I mostly smoked cigars and drank a lot of whiskey.
And you wrote the song.
And I got a song out of it.
It's a very sad song.
Here we go. Oh, that's her.
Hey, yeah, ha, ha.
Oh, what can I do? I'm so in love with you. Oh, what can I say? I'll write you every day. Oh, I miss you. I'm missing you. I miss our kissing. I miss kissing you. Oh, please come home to me. I'll turn off that big TV. I'm lonely, can't you see? I need you here alone with me. Oh, I miss you, but that ain't nothing new. I'll make you tea in the morning. I'll run your feet and kiss you, 'cause I'm from Oregon. Turned out the light. I'm sleeping here alone tonight. I don't wanna fight. Please take that return flight. Oh, I'm missing you. I miss our kissing. I miss kissing you. Oh, what can I do? I'm so in love with you. Oh, what can I say? I'll write you every day. Oh, I miss you. I'm missing you. I miss our kissing. I miss kissing you. It's almost over. Thank you. Oh, I apologize. But before we take a break, I want to tell you just a little something about tonight. Tonight is our gift to you. And because you all were so generous with us when we were in Ireland, and my appendix did attack me, and my Pakistani doctor, Tahir Salim, said, "You are very lucky you did not get on that plane, Stephen," after the surgery. Within 2 hours of being admitted into the hospital, I was in surgery, and boy, they took that Minotaur right out of me. And it was an amazing experience. And we were in Galway City, Ireland. We were not in Portland anymore. And you all were so generous, and a little too generous. And there was money left over after we paid our bills. So we purchased the Alberta Rose Theatre.
Yeah.
And no, you were really generous. Who wrote that check? It was anonymous. But so we set up a trust through Artichoke Music, our old alma mater. And I noticed one of my old cohorts walked in here just a while ago, Gary Haggerty. I won't say his name because it might embarrass him. But so Artichoke Music is a nonprofit, finally. And So we thought, let's funnel it through Artichoke and set up this trust. It's the Artichoke Music
The Artichoke Community
Trust
Act. So it's for our friends stuck in trouble all of a sudden like we were, to pass it forward. It really helped. I tell you what, not just the money, but all the words you sent, and we suddenly knew we were going to be okay. It was the weirdest thing. It was the one time I decided not to bring my computer with me to get off the hook for a couple of weeks, in Ireland. And man, that was a big mistake. I couldn't use my phone.
Well, we didn't know there was electricity in Ireland.
Especially where we go. So it was really crazy. There was not one thing that was easy about it. It was just really an uphill battle. But all along, you guys were with us, and you cherished us. And it was so evident. And people we hadn't heard from in years, decades. People, I'm not even sure who some of the people were.
No, really.
But
really.
Thank you, and I hope you're here. And for all of you that couldn't make it here tonight, we are videotaping tonight and recording it with all the mistakes and everything, for everyone to enjoy as much as you want, because and we'll upload it to YouTube and all of that, and there'll be a little tip jar, and you can tip into the Artichoke Community Trust to help your neighbors. And we took all your extra money that we didn't have to spend to pay for this party, to send over to Artichoke, and it's going to do good work. And thank you for that.
So,
Bob Howard is back there.
yeah. So please, during intermission, introduce yourself to Bob Howard, who is, he's got a long list of great volunteers, but if it weren't for Bob, I don't think Artichoke would be happening as it is now. It's now a wonderful nonprofit at 20th and Powell Boulevard. There's a great performance venue and classes and all kinds of great stuff. So check it out. And Artichoke Community Trust has a table in the lobby. So please go introduce yourself. And we do have a little merchandise out there. And like I said, you buy 2 CDs.
It's pretty exciting, I'll tell you. The other thing, the other reason I mentioned about the recording is that I know a lot of you probably aren't used to staying out late. I know how it is for us. Getting us out the door is no easy trick. And so one of the tricks that we have sometimes is to leave during the middle of the set. But we're saving... during the intermission, see, I know you're here. I know your tricks. We are all the same tribe. And the second set, we saved all the best stuff for the second set, including the accordion. And
that is not just a prop.
But we want to thank you for being here. And just in case you are one of those people that are going to slip out into the night, we want to make sure this song goes with you. October winds lament around the castle of Dromore, yet peace lies in her lofty halls, my loving treasure store. Though autumn leaves may droop and die, a bud of spring are you. Sing hush-a-by-loo, lo-loo, lo-lan, hush-a-by-loo, lo-loo.
Try that with us.
Sing hush-a-by-loo, lo-loo, lo-lan, hush-a-by-loo, lo-loo. dread spirits all of the black water clan Owens, wild banshee, bring no ill will to him nor us, my helpless babe and me. And Holy Mary, pitying us, to heaven for grace doth sue. Sing hush-a-bye-loo, lo-loo, lo-la, hush-a-bye-loo, lo-loo. Take time to thrive, my ray of hope, in the garden of Dromore. Take heed, young eaglet, till thy wings are feathered fit to soar. A little rest, and then the world is full of work to do. A little rest, and then the world is full of work to do. October winds lament around the castle of Dromore, yet peace lies in her lofty halls, my loving treasure store. Though autumn leaves may droop and die, a bud of spring are you. Sing hush-a-bye-loo, lo-loo, lo-la, hush-a-bye-loo, lo-loo. Sing hush-a-bye-loo, lo-loo, lo-la, hush-a-bye-loo, lo-loo.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you after the break.
Thank you. Thanks. We'll be back. Kate had to go home and work on her memoir, so I'm going to finish up our set. Any of you old enough to remember the Back to the Land movement? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's still happening up in Olympia, right. Well, I dropped out of college in 72 and, 70. Dropped out of college, went to northern New Hampshire, and built yurts, of course. You know, that's what we did in 70. And I had stolen a beautiful young woman out of college, much to her mother's chagrin. She was the doctor's daughter from Long Island, and we had a great year. And then it got cold. We lived in a grist mill on an old mill pond, and the wind would, in northern New Hampshire, keep in mind, and the wind would blow through the little holes in the, it was a cool building, the old grist mill, you know, but there were big holes where there were supposed to be concrete in between the bricks, but it was just holes. And a 20 below zero wind would blow through that. So she left. And I went to the woods and built myself a cabin out of trees and boards. No, it was a great little cabin. In the wintertime, it was great for the winter. I found the boards at the local dump and built this beautiful cabin out of trees and boards from the dump. Great in the winter, living all by myself. And it was great until early spring and started to warm up. And I woke up one morning and there were little piles of sawdust all over from the termites that were sleeping in the boards. But I got this song out of it. And Kate insisted that I write this song because it mentions someone. When we were in Galway City, when I was in the hospital there, I was in the Mother Teresa wing of the hospital. And I'll just sing the song and you'll understand. And I'll play it right, too. You say you had some trouble lately, 'cause your baby walked out on you, and you can't find no direction in your mind. Well, listen closely, brother, you can surely find another, and besides, she's probably walking right behind. I was 20 at the time. I said, smile with the day and send all them blues away, 'cause Jesus is watching over you. He's with you night and day, and he hears every word you say. If you believe, you see that pretty girl sitting there with her long and golden hair. She's a-waiting, contemplating that look in your eye. You say, baby, I have this notion, let's go swim across the ocean. We can make it if we take it before the tide is high. I said, smile with the day and send all them blues away, 'cause Jesus and Krishna and Buddha and Mother Teresa and Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and Nancy Pelosi are watching over you. Well, they're with you night and day. They're hearing every word you say. If you believe, if you believe, if you believe, if you believe.
Nice.
Maybe we should do some Lyle Lovett covers.
Why? We could do Steve Einhorn songs.
Yeah.
Right? Hey. Well, I got to Oregon on the 4th of July, 1977. And I had my little Oregonian baby a couple of years later. And this is a song I wrote that was inspired by such love. And it was rekindled after Steve's Minotaur experience.
everybody.
Very nice.
We are in Portland.
So alive with you by my side, a day without you draws night within me. How can I even try? Growing older without you now. Every moment we carry in life, holding together in sorrow and light. Finding the morning with you by my side fills me so gladly to feel you there. Thank you. You know, it was a funny little song, and I remember when Micheál O'Donnell was producing the Wild Geese album back in 1983, he came to listen to a bunch of my songs to see about putting an original on that album of traditional songs and tunes. It was a wonderful band that we had in Portland in those days, and the scene, the Irish scene, was just incredible down at the East Ave Tavern and all of that. And yeah, the good old days. We learned a lot there. And it was funny that he picked that song for the album. And I said, but Micheál, it only has one verse and one chorus. It's an anomaly. You know, it's really outside of the form. You would never do this in Nashville. But you know what? It's Portland, and we can be free here to be freely creative, and that's just the way it was. I like that. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Really, it was just a little novelty gift, you know? Won't this look nice on the mantle? I said. So, men, if you're planning on giving a woman friend an accordion for the holidays, just be prepared.
Yes.
Anything can happen.
It can heat up your relationship.
Women, if you're planning to give just a friend an accordion for... Okay, let's play this tune. Thank you. No, thank you. Oh.
Steve wrote that song for his dad, Marv. It's called Marv.
So we, after we sold Artichoke Music, we had a great gig for 3 years working for Cycle Oregon, and it's a ride with 2,000 riders, and they hired us as stage managers, and we booked talent so that people would play with these concerts in the evening after the riders came in from the day's ride. And after our first day, mind you, we've been doing retail for years and years and years, and all of a sudden we're working for this organization where 2,000 ridiculously physically fit people on bicycles get up at 4 a.m., drink 5 shots of espresso, and ride 90 to 100 miles in 90-degree heat sometimes, you know? And they come back in, and we would entertain them with the various musicians. And first day out, we survived. We did the whole ride, 500 miles, in a 31-foot motorhome.
We had a bicycle in the
with our
front.
bicycles beautifully mounted on the front. People would think we were riding. And no, we would ride around the campsite. And so Jerry Norquist, the ruler, the leader of Cycle Oregon, wonderful guy to work for. But you know, everyone's a little bit afraid of Jerry because he's the big boss man. And we see him, we finally parked the RV. I'd never driven an RV before. Have you ever parked a 31-foot RV? And parked it, and it's like, oh God, we made it. Only 6 more days of this. And oh my God, I look out the window, and here's Jerry with a clipboard under his arm, walking very seriously toward the RV. And I locked the door, and he ripped it off the hinges and came inside and said, Kate, Steve, great day, great to see you. You're doing a great job so far. We had a really rough day today. People are not paying attention to the rules of the road. 2,000 cyclists, right? People are riding 10 abreast. They're racing semi-tractor trailer rigs off of, you know, the exits. They're not drinking water. They're passing out in the middle of the road.
One guy actually ran into a cow.
Rode into a cow.
He thought that the cow would move. Wow.
Move, cowie.
He was in a leg cast for the rest of the trip.
So Jerry says, I've got 7 points here. We need to address this. I go out, I make speeches, they ignore me. I thought, maybe you guys could write a song. A safety song, okay? And you go on in 45 minutes.
So this is what we came up with. Here's a piece of advice I don't want to tell you twice, just in case you might need it. About the code of the road and the golden rule, don't you make me repeat it. Number 1, put your helmet on, strap it under your chin and get along. Ride in single file, mile after mile, and maybe 2 abreast when you pass the safety test. Remember, always pack a snack in your little rucksack and drink a lot of water. Fill your bottle to the top every time you make a stop, just like you know you oughta. And when you're ready to pass, ring a bell. Pass on the left, that's swell. Keep your neighbor steady and everybody ready to ride. Single file, mile after mile. Pedal to the beat on your iPod's knee, but keep an ear free for the beep, beep, beep. So, a little advice, when you're riding, be nice. Don't be foolish or crazy. You can have a lot of fun on Cycle Oregon, and I don't mean maybe. We're 2,200 strong, sharing the road all along, cycling through sweet Oregon. Cycling through sweet Oregon.
careful. The day after we sang that at the show, the guy wrote into the cow. Again, we got a pretty good song out of it.
Well, a lot of the songs that we end up writing are about family and things that really happen, and neighbors, and our kinship, you know. And this one came out, this was written for our neighbor. It is a banjo. And this song came to me very readily one day, on the day that Travis John Braddock Null was buried here in Portland. He was one of the first Oregonians to lose his life in Iraq. And while trying to think of something else, this song kept getting in the way and saying, no, this is what you're going to be singing. And so I really feel like Travis gave me this song. There's a whole long story about it that you can read about online. And there's a free download on our website if you ever want this song. And there are shape note singers that sing it and all kinds of people that sing it. And you are most welcome to sing it too. Under a foreign sky, my fate awaits me. There but for God go I, do not forsake me. I am a boy, full of promise, full of freedom. And now the joy is dead and done. I am gone. Before the western sea, my home was in the valley. There with my family, I took to manhood early. I was the one my brother called, my mother looked to me, her fine, strong son. And now the joy is dead and done. I am gone. Finding my way to go, the call that I should answer. My country's own hero, like music to the dancer. I am a boy, full of promise, full of freedom. And now the joy is dead and done. I'm gone. Under a weeping willow tree, you planted roses. There in
was a boy, full of promise, full of freedom. And now the joy is dead and done. I am gone. And now the joy is dead and done. I am gone.
Thank you. Peace on earth. I hope someday we don't have to sing Travis John. We try to sing it so we remember. You know, maybe someday we'll get it and we'll get there. We're going to. You know, with people like the young people, they know. They're figuring it out. And I don't know if you heard Nancy Pelosi talking recently, but oh my God, that woman, she's really great. I like being an American with someone like her here. We gotta all get it together. And we have a quote on our refrigerator that Pete Seeger wrote on his last little note to us. The people need to get together.
People don't have forever to get it together.
Yeah, people don't have it forever, so we're doing it one little step at a time. I love living in Portland. I love you guys. This is a song, one of the ancestral songs of my great-grandparents, my great-grandmother. It goes a little bit like this. It's in the jeans that came over on the boat. Steve's people came over on the subway. Button up your coat and put your hat on. Don't forget the biscuits by the bin. Tell sweet Annie I'll be by tomorrow, tomorrow, for a bit of tea and cheer to warm the wind. Row, Fisher, row, catch your catch and go. May the wind behind you blow, oh, oh, you home. Tell her Sally says she's going over.
Tell her Sally says she's going over.
She'll be saying hello to your kin. Take a gift to Mammy, she'd be glad to, glad to. And sure a little packet for the kids. Row, Fisher, row, shore to go. May the tide bring you home, Islander. So buckle up your boots and take the good way.
Buckle up your boots and take the good way.
Dock and dory fishes in the creek. The wind is up, the tide will take you over.
Wind is up, the tide will take you
over. So bring a fish to Nellie's supper meal. Row, Fisher, row, and shore to go. May the tide bring you home, Islander. Ooh, yeah. So button up your coat and put
sweet Annie, I'll be by tomorrow, tomorrow, for bitter tea and cheer to warm the wind. Row, fisher, row, catch your catch and go. May the wind behind you blow you home. Row, fisher, row, shore to go. May the tide bring you home, Islander. May the tide bring you home, Islander. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I recorded a record. Remember records? Actually, they're back. Records are back. Released on the Kicking Mule label from Alder Point, California, in 1983. It was called Whole World Round, and I recorded this song by a guy named Roly Sally, and several people covered this song over the years, and finally Alison Krauss and Robert Plant made it a big hit for Roly Sally. And but back in '83, I recorded it, and along with the vinyl, there were cassettes, and I sent a cassette of this to Roly in Woodstock, New York, and thanked him for the song, and that was in '83. And 3 years ago, I got a letter from him. Dear Steve, I guess you could say it's been a long time. He gave me some wonderful compliments, and
You said of all the versions, you and Sean
I left an
Colvin.
extra beat in the song. There's
Where's
an extra
Vegas?
beat, and all the people that covered it, except for
You and Sean Colvin.
me and Sean Colvin.
Yeah, you're like this.
We're like me and Sean. Anyway, we're going to do it for you now. This is called "Killing the Blues." Leaves were falling just like embers, in colors red and gold. They set us on fire, burning just like a moonbeam in our eyes. Somebody said they saw me swinging the world by the tail, bouncing over a white cloud, killing the blues. I am guilty of something I hope you never do, because there is nothing sadder than losing yourself in love. Somebody said they saw me swinging the world by the tail, bouncing over a white cloud, killing the blues. And then you asked me just to leave you, to set out on my own, get what I need to. You want me to find what I already have. Somebody said they saw me swinging the world by the tail, bouncing over a white cloud, killing the blues. Would you sing that last chorus with us, please? Somebody said they saw me swinging the world by the tail, bouncing over a white cloud, killing the blues. Thank you. Nice singing. Thanks. Well, we've spent a lot of time driving up and down Highway 101. And we did a tour a few years ago with David Francie and Dave Clark. Dave Francie's a wonderful, both Daves are wonderful musicians from Canada. And Kate and I were playing this little ditty every night after the show. We'd all have a beer and talk about the day's music. And at the end of the tour, really, literally, as David was getting out of the car to head into the airport, he handed Kate, it was Kate's birthday.
My birthday present.
Her birthday tour. And he handed Kate a little sheet of paper with the lyrics to this song. And it's called Highway 101. And we welcome you to yodel with us.
Oh, yes. If you ever wanted to sing like a train, this is your time.
Watching the waves come rolling in, can't help but wonder where they've been. Can't help but wonder what's in store a little further down the road. The highway song that fills the night, the shrouded mist, the morning light. The road behind me comes the past that came and went too good to last. Another day, southward bound. Another night, another town. Ooh. Silver sea, the setting sun. Mm-hmm. Down on Highway 101. I like to watch the shooting stars, the fishing boats, the Eye of Mars. I hear the oceans rant and roar, waves crash upon the shore, voices singing all together, Portland down to Pistol River, Silver Sea, the setting sun. Down on Highway 101. I watch the waves come rolling in, can't help but wonder where they've been. Can't help but wonder what's in store a little further down the road. Another day, southward bound. Another night, another town. Ooh. Silver sea, the setting sun. Down on Highway 101. Alexa.
Uh-huh.
Down on Highway 101. Down on Highway 101. Down on Highway 101. Come on, here's your part.
Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo.
Thank you. Thanks for all that noise. And clapping and love. Thank you for all the love and our putting us up here and joining us.
This is the last song we're going to do for our set, and it's a song that I learned in Ireland the first time I went over there. It's a wonderful song. I love this song. And I went over there looking for songs, and the people in the village I was in knew what I was up to. And one night I went to Tully's bar, and Mrs. Tully, Kathleen Tully, said, "Oh, tonight's the night." And I said, "Oh, yeah? What's up?" And she said, "Pat Quinn is here, and he has songs," because she knew I was looking for songs. Well, Pat Quinn was a farmer from outside the village who rarely came into town, except for this night. He was a really shy guy, but this night his wife was having a baby right down at the doctor's, right very near the pub. And back in those days, you know, when the wife was going to have the baby, the gentleman would go to the pub to have pints until the joy had arrived.
There's now a doctor's office in every pub in Ireland. So
Well, the funny
very
thing
modern.
with this song, so Pat asked for a song. The other thing you do is you buy rounds for each other. It's just part of being social, and so I was buying a round, and Pat asked me to sing another song, and I said, "Gee, I'd love to, but I'd love to hear a song from you first. Would you mind singing me a song?" And this is the one that he sang. The sweet part, new ending to this story, is that when we were there this summer, and Steve had just recovered, and it was the day before we were going to come home to Portland.
For real.
For real.
This time.
Yeah, and we were walking down to the pub to say goodbye to people, and all of a sudden our friend Quilcha says, "Kate, Steve, look."
Back up. Back up.
Back up. And there, in the doorway of the pub next to the one we were going to, was Pat Quinn.
Who
And
never comes into town.
he doesn't come into town. And when I recorded this song, I sent him a copy of it, but I never heard anything from him. Well, there's another story to go with that, but I didn't quite have the words right. His accent was really strong, so I figured it out later. But it's actually originated in Scotland. And anyway, it was really, really wonderful to get to see him again. He looked exactly the same. Bright red cheeks, clear blue eyes, a little punch, a little older, you know, but man,
He was
great to see him.
well into smoking the filter of his cigarette when we saw him.
So we would love it if you would sing this song with us, mainly because this is something that we all, I think, relate to, because we live in such a beautiful place and with such beautiful people and that sense of home. And you are our home. And thank you for being here. And we hope we'll always be here for you, too. And you know what? We were all on this magic carpet ride together. That energy field was amazing.
Thank you.
You really made it such a difference. I love you forever. For fame and for fortune, I wandered the earth, but now I return to the land of my birth. I brought back my treasures, but only to find they're less than the pleasures I first left behind.
For these are my mountains,
For these are my mountains,
and this is my glen.
and this is my glad.
The days of my child,
The days of my childhood,
I'll see them again.
I'll see them again.
No land will ever tempt me,
No land will ever tempt me,
nor far will I roam.
nor far will I roam.
For these are my mountains,
For these are my mountains, and I'm going home. Just been by the roadside, and I'm going back. The lark overhead wings a welcoming cry. No longer the drove light, once more I will see. Sure it's here that my heart lies, and here I will be.
for
these are my mountains,
and this is my glen.
and this is my glen.
The
The days of my childhood, I'll see them again.
No land will ever tempt me,
No land will ever tempt me,
nor
far will I roam. For these are my mountains, and I'm going home. Kind faces will meet me, that's you, and welcome me in. And oh, how they'll greet me back home again. This night round the fireside, sad songs will be sung. At last I'll be speaking in my old mother tongue. For these are my mountains, ooh, and this is my glen. The days of my childhood, I'll see them again. Ooh, no land will ever tempt me, nor far will I roam. For these are my mountains, and I'm going home. For these are my mountains, and I'm going home.
Thank you. Oh, it's so good to see your faces. Wow. Thank you.
Look at all those people.
This is what love looks like. Thank
Of
you.
all the money ere I've spent it in good company, and of all the harm ere I've done, alas, was done to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So sing to me the parting glass, good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades e'er I've had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts e'er I've loved, well, one of them wished me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call, good night and